This episode is brought to you by the Ultimate Girls Trip. Here is our reoccurring daydream. Us at a drool-worthy pool, surrounded by our business besties. We just finished a powerful exercise on building our dream lives and executing our business goals. Join us if you are ready to be celebrated for taking up space, to feel purposeful, and to live a life of fulfillment. Go to proofitspossible.com for more info. Welcome to Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are multifaceted entrepreneurs, the founders of the Ultimate Girls Trip, and the hosts of Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are also sisters, best friends, and complete opposites, but somehow we always manage to stay on the same team. Join us every week to hear our thoughts on all things entrepreneurship, friendship, family, pop culture, and more. Welcome back. We are so excited you're with us again. Thank you.
Guys.
Today we were talking about my very favorite topic, which is happiness. It is my thing. It is what I care about. I wrote a book about it. I just love happiness and the habits that I believe in, that we believe are critical to having a happy life. So, Jay, do you want me to start or do you want to start?
Why don't we just go back and forth?
Okay.
I'll start though. I think the number one thing that brings me happiness is sunlight. So, like, I like to sip my coffee in the room where I can see the sunlight the best. Like, it has the most natural light, because sunlight literally brings me joy. So that's like a huge thing for me. That's like right when I first wake up. But if I'm having like kind of a bad day and I need to like shift the tide, I will go outside to the sunshine and like go on a walk or do something that's like in the sunlight.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And for me, if I need like a happiness boost, I need to spend time with people I love. So I need like your kids. I even will FaceTime. I'll call you. I'll, plan something fun to do with Darren that like gets us out of our routine. I desperately need like connection with the people that I love, because that's my like basic happiness habit. Like it's really, really super. And it can turn me around. Like my friends, if I go like on a fun lunch and I laugh and laugh and laugh the whole time, I come home from that lunch and I'm like, that was great. Everything in life's fine. I'm fine.
Yes, I've totally value connection as well. Lots of the times when I'm feeling like stressed or like I need a dose of happiness, I'm at home alone. Like my kids are at school, so it's like I could call you.
That's why I call you.
I do call you.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't counting that. Okay.
Well, but don't underestimate the dopamine hit when the other person has time to answer.
Some people don't have a sister. I'm giving tips for other people that don't have a sister. Okay.
But like, that's a tip. Find your person. Find your best friend. Like,
true.
Find your adult best friend that you make like a pact with, that you say like, listen, sometimes I just like to call someone and talk and tell everything to. Do you like that? And like your friend will say, no, I hate that. Like we have a friend that she basically feels completely violated if we just cold call her.
Oh yeah. No, I have more than one friend like that.
Yeah, same. And like, fair enough. Know your audience, know who the right friend is, but go searching for that person that like can immediately like reframe, give you a mindset shift, help you chat, help you talk through the problem, whatever it looks like.
Totally.
Totally. And
other things that I like to do is like at the end of the day is do like a win. Like what are some of the like small wins I had today?
Yeah. Totally.
Just like a little bit of a reflection to be like, your day wasn't all bad,
Exactly.
And that's more of like, if I have a bad day, how to like go to bed on a positive note is like, what wins did you have today? And what,
for sure.
Like where can you find the like small slivers of joy throughout the day? Because life is like a combination of like good and bad moments, like
of course. And
you can't define an entire day by like one bad thing that happened to you. So it's like just reminding myself that there was lots of good that happened in the day. Like you woke up in a safe place, you have a home, you have food on the table, you have a family that loves you. Like
your kids are healthy, your
kids are healthy, all the ways in which like you should also be grateful.
For sure. And I think gratitude is obviously on the
Yeah.
list of any happiness practice, which we've talked about in this podcast millions of times.
Yeah.
And that's where like journaling and those kinds of things really help.
Mhm.
Something you kind of touched on, it's for me, what that does is it's a reframe, right? Like I like to do a mindset reframe every time. And I almost like I've gotten into a practice where I stop myself when I'm having a bit of a pity party or something's not going my way. And someone wrote to us in the DMs actually recently. And, we were talking about like what our fears are. And they said theirs was failure, which, like, just universal nervous thing. If you are going into a new business or you're starting something new, the nerves of failing, the scariness of failing is what stops everybody, I think, to
A
some
thousand
degree.
percent. I would say if
However
you were
you
to
wrap that
interview,
package
yeah,
is just failure.
yeah, yeah.
So what I kind of like, and one of the ways that I saw myself as a failure when I was a new designer in my first like maybe 5 years, I realized like during the summer months, I didn't make as much money as the rest of the year. And I felt very uncomfortable with it. I was like, these months are loser months. Like I'm being a loser. I am a loser. My soul's a loser. And I
Loser
just
months.
pardon.
I said loser months. Like,
Loser months. They were, and because I didn't really know business yet, I didn't manage my money across the year to make very
yeah,
little for 2 full months. You're
yeah.
just young, right? So
Mhm.
what I did is I turned the summer like almost into the villain of my story. And I'm like, what I realized though was I was like, if I manage my money differently throughout the year and just counted on that people don't care about their house as much in the summer,
Mhm.
and we all want to be outside, including me,
Yeah,
including me.
that's
So
what I
guess
was
what
just gonna say. Don't talk shit about summer. It's the
yeah. Well,
best.
so I got to reset my mindset once the financial piece was sorted out on how to deal with that. I got to reset and be like, guess what? I get to slow down for the summer. I get to enjoy my family in the summer. I get to be at the beach in the summer. I get to go swimming in the summer. Like I got
Yeah,
to do all the fun things that summer brought because I wasn't as busy and I could just start anticipating that. And that
I
was
love
maybe
summer.
actually the perk of my job, not
Totally.
like,
Yeah,
why was I villainizing that I wasn't as busy in the summer? That's ideal.
yeah.
Be
Like
busy all
thank
year.
you, universe, for clearing my
To-
schedule so that I could have the
Totally.
best summer ever.
Totally. So, but isn't that like how our minds work? Is to look at like, oh, I'm down this much money
Mhm.
because of no projects or only one project or two projects, and it's like that's not the way to look at it. Be be financially more conservative throughout
Mhm.
the year, and then soak up the summer. Like
Mhm.
so I think happiness really relies on being able to see every what feels like a negative situation for the good parts that it does bring. Because even hard things, you do want like when somebody like for instance, let's say you broke up with your boyfriend. And so you're like, "Oh my god, there's nothing positive about this." But once you step away from that and you start having some like healthy conversations with friends and family and people that love you, you might find out, you know what, there's lots of good about it. They showed me who I was, who they were,
Mhm.
so I didn't have to like spend 5 more years to find out.
Mhm.
They showed me that I don't necessarily want to marry them. They showed me that I could get back out into the world and like maybe have a break from dating, maybe start dating immediately and like have a whole bunch of fun in a new
Maybe it's
relationship.
clearing your schedule for the like right person to come in,
Exactly. Making space. So,
making space.
and that is a gift. And like, yes, it feels sad. Yes, it's hard to start over.
Mhm.
Yes, you don't want to break up with the boyfriend that you thought might go to marriage or be the guy,
Mhm.
but he isn't the guy. So he's telling you who he is, and you have to trust that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. No, I think the reframe is like super important. Other things that I do to like promote happiness though, is often related to like what I'm putting into my body.
Oh, really? Like what?
Oh my god, yeah. Like I have said before, too much caffeine gives me like bad
Right.
anxiety. And I immediately am like having a bad day because I'm anxious and I feel terrible. Um,
Right.
keep in mind, I also love my coffee. So like
Mhm.
that's a religious experience in the morning. So I'm not willing to give that up. So it's just like finding the fine line. It's also about like what have you done good for your body? Like have you for
Yes.
me, I really struggle with like drinking enough water. So if I'm like in like a lull or like feeling kind of low for more than a few days, I'm like, maybe I should go get an IV. Like maybe I should just get back to like,
Mhm.
hydrated, because oftentimes my mood is very tied to the way my body feels. So like,
Oh,
have I drank enough water? Have I been eating
yes.
like shit? Have I been like grabbing things because we're
Mhm.
busy and like on the go? Or have I had a salad? Oftentimes like a meal can shift
Oh,
my mood
me too.
so drastically. Like if I like have something that I'm like
Yeah.
really wanting and really craving or like feeling really good about, like if I have like a truly delicious salad with like a dressing that
Yeah.
I know is the bomb. For me, it's a lot of the food in Phoenix. Like if I go to a restaurant in Phoenix and I get to have one of the salads that I absolutely love from there,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, life's pretty damn good,
Oh, yeah,
And then when I come
absolutely.
home and I
Mhm.
like recreate that salad at home,
Mhm.
I feel those same feelings of like happiness because it's like nourishing to my body. It's like good for me. It reminds me of all the things that were fun about my vacation.
Mhm.
There's like just like all the things tied to it. So like mind, body, and spirit are
For
all
sure.
tied to that like one meal,
One
But
other
I
thing that I
find that
was gonna say about that is that, like, the other night, if you wanna see me go just crabby for no reason, get to my house at 4:30, 5 o'clock when I forgot to eat breakfast, I forgot to eat lunch,
Mhm,
and Darren didn't pretty much walk through the door with a meal in his hand
mhm,
because it's already ready to eat, because I am like, it's not his fault. It's nobody's fault but my own. But I said to Darren the other day, we were going to run errands after work, but I had the busiest day. So I like drank a protein, had a coffee, and that was the last of it. I didn't eat food again. And he came home a little bit early, so we maybe like left at 3:45 kind of thing to go do this. And I said, we have to go eat something. And he's like, right now, like it's the middle of the afternoon. And I'm like, unless you want me to like lose my damn mind. I can't even think right now. I'm like gonna barf. I feel like, but there's nothing to barf. Like I was just
mhm,
a monster. Like I was just a monster. And the minute I got like some food into my body, half an hour
mhm,
later, I'm like, okay, I'm energized. Let's go to Costco. Let's go to the mall. Let's go everywhere. And he's like, tonight? Oh my God, no. And before that, I'm like, I don't even know if I have time or energy to do any
mhm.
of this, like, and
I
I'm
know.
being crazy. I'm just being, and I'm being hangry is what I'm being.
Mhm.
So that's why food matters.
Hangry and also like vitamin deficient. I feel like
Yes.
vitamin deficiency is a big thing for me because I'm not
Hmm.
a huge like I don't take a lot of vitamins. I can't remember to do it. I don't like the process of doing it. But I like the way vitamins make me feel. So often I'll have to do like a little self-check and be like, when was the last time you took a vitamin? Like, when
Or
was
a
the
veg,
last time you've
or
had
lots of
like
vegetables, one or
yeah,
the other.
yeah, exactly. And so, and sometimes that means like I need to break out the happy juice and like, and I don't
Mhm.
mean like happy juices and like, a bottle of wine or anything. I mean like the brand happy juice, which is basically just like a bunch of vitamins in a drink because I prefer drink over taking pills. I don't know, just weird things about myself. But it's like, what have you done good for your body lately? So
Yeah.
that's one of my like happiness hacks is like if I'm having a bad day, I'm like, what have you had too much coffee? Have you had enough water? Have
Mhm.
you eaten a meal today? Have you had any vitamins lately? Like
Mhm.
just the things, the self checks I got to do when I'm in a
For sure.
monster mood.
For sure, and, like, when I feel stressed, I
And
have to act. I have to physically
yes. Oh,
act.
God.
So,
Yeah.
sometimes if I'm so stressed at, like, a project or a job or, like, work things, I'll, like, go do my bike quickly because I just have to
Move.
physically move,
Yeah.
or sometimes going and doing my bike and ignoring my work gives me worse feelings of, like, stress.
Hmm.
So, I just have to get something done, and,
Hmm.
like, the power of completing something, accomplishing something
Hmm.
can bring a ton of happiness to me, and I love to check something off my list, so that's a little dopamine hit. Like, that's
Hmm.
me being like, "Done. Yay,
Well, and
amazing."
I feel like if you want to feel overwhelmed, anxious, unhappy,
Yeah.
stay still.
Stay still and
It's
procrastinate.
literally how
Mhm.
things rot. Like
Yep,
if you look at just like nature, if it just stays still and like nothing happens with it, it
yep,
like dies. It starts to rot. It
yep.
starts to
It
do
means
all
it's
these things.
dead already,
You have to
potentially.
keep
Yeah.
moving. You just And if that's not like doing the task that you're supposed to be doing, move in a different way. Move your body, go for a walk. Like
Mhm.
Ray always says he like rides the Peloton for his like mental health. That's his like way of moving the energy through him.
Yeah. When he always says movement is medicine. Like
Yeah.
that's his like medicine. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to take medicine so for something or like,
Yeah.
in his life and it's preventative, right? The more you like walk and move your body when you're young and capable, the later you're in your life you're going to get to have all of that and the happier you're going to get to be,
But
right?
for me, it's even like moving my body is great. But like when I
Mhm.
have a laundry list of things that I need to get
Oh,
done in a
same.
day and it's causing me anxiety because I'm like, how am I ever going to get this
Mhm.
done? Do one simple thing. Do one
Exactly.
item off the list.
Yep.
Just get the ball rolling. Don't sit there and
Mhm.
worry about how you're going to get it done. Just start. Just do the thing.
Exactly. For sure.
Like
Well, and
move.
like I'll even like mark my things on how intensive they each are. So it's like if I can get 2 quick wins, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Just to say I did it and then write something off and get to say done, done, done. And then hit the heavier items once I'm feeling a little more motivated, a little more,
Yes.
energized around it. And then and you almost like build self-belief because you're like, okay, I got 2 or 3 little things off my list. I'm on a roll here. Try the big thing.
Yeah.
Try this thing that's scary. Try
Hmm.
the thing that you've been avoiding.
Hmm.
So, do you have any other like kind of happiness hacks other than like friendship, moving your body, eating healthy?
That's all I can think of for now.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean,
I think those are
it's also doing the things that you love, like
Mhm.
intentionally choosing things that bring you joy. I know that sounds ridiculous, like, oh, everyone already knows that. But like if you love playing soccer, join a soccer league. If you
Totally.
love painting, paint more often. If like
Mhm.
find the thing that lights you up and do it more often. Because we just don't.
Exactly.
As adults, our lives get busy and we just stop doing the things that we love.
For sure. For sure. And we even forget what we love. Like we have
100%.
forget who we even were before
Yeah,
life got busy and stressful. Like
exactly.
yeah, I agree. So if you are needing a little hit of happiness, we hope that you reach out to a friend, reach out to us, walk,
Mhm.
move your body, do something on your to-do list,
Take your vitamins. Get
Yeah,
enough.
eat your vitamins, okay? And drink some water. You'll be fine. Eat supper. That's what it's for. You're supposed to eat it. Same with lunch and breakfast. Have a great week, you guys.
Bye.
We are so grateful you're here.
It would mean the world to us if you'll subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel and leave us a review.
If you want to hear more from us, go to proofitspossible.com to join our mailing list and find our social links so you don't miss a thing.
Thanks and chat next time.